Hello, I'm Eileen McHugh with the BBC News. The Spanish tennis star Rafael Nadal has been congratulated after he became the most successful male player in the history of the sport. Nadal won his 21st Grand Slam single after battling past Daniil Medvedev at the Australian Open. Russell Fuller has the details.
He has now won each of the sport's four main prizes twice. He's only the fourth man in history to do that. And I think most remarkably of all, he's won this title at the age of 35, having been off the tour for the last 6 months of 2021 because of a chronic foot injury that he thought might well end his career. He then tested positive for COVID just before Christmas, and it was a very late call at the end of December, once he tested negative, to decide to go. Genuinely, his team, Nadal himself, and those so-called experts did not see this coming.
A survey by an Afghan news agency says the number of women working as journalists in the country has declined by 50% since the Taliban seized power in August. The Peshawar news agency said it gathered the data from 15 print and electronic media outlets. Exit polls from Portugal indicate that the governing Socialist Party is on track to win the most votes in Sunday's snap parliamentary election. Projections give the party of the Prime Minister, Antonio Costa, between 36 and 42% of the vote. Our correspondent Alison Roberts says the election has been exciting.
The election campaign for this general election has been, many people say, one of the more interesting in recent years. There are 9 parties or coalitions that were elected last time, and most of them look as though they will get seats in Parliament again, and that has livened up all the televised debates that we've had. And in particular, it's been quite a fierce competition for third place between the Left Bloc, which was one of those left parties that did deals or refused to do deals with the socialists over the last couple of years, and Chega, which is a far-right party. Many here call it populist.
France says dozens of militants have been killed in Burkina Faso in operations involving local and French troops. The assaults were conducted as part of the French-led Operation Barkhane against Islamist groups in the Sahel region of Africa. Warren Bull reports.
The French military said it took part in 4 operations alongside Burkinabe troops between January the 16th and the 23rd. It said the objective of these assaults, using fighter jets, attack helicopters and drones, was to locate what it called terrorist groups in their zones of refuge along the northern border with Mali. The French authorities said up to 60 militants were killed, while about 20 motorbikes and several armed trucks were destroyed. As many as 2,000 people have died in jihadist attacks in Burkina Faso since 2015, when militants linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State group started conducting raids from Mali.
World News from the BBC. Mali's foreign minister says the main reason why tensions are growing with France is that the French believe his country is not acting in their interests. Abdoulaye Diop dismissed French concerns about Mali's alleged use of Russian mercenaries to fight Islamist insurgents and said France had no right to describe last year's coup as illegitimate, as it had good relationships with other countries with military rulers. Police in the English city of Manchester say a man in his 20s has been arrested on suspicion of rape and assault after allegations were made against the footballer Mason Greenwood. The player has not commented. Jean Mackenzie reports.
The woman uploaded a video, photos and an audio recording to her Instagram story to show, she alleged, how the Manchester United striker had assaulted her. The posts were public for a few hours before being deleted. Greater Manchester Police have said they are aware of the images and videos and are trying to establish the full circumstances. Greenwood's club, Manchester United, has said it does not condone violence of any kind, but will not comment further until the facts have been established.
Participants in an online consultation in France have picked a former Justice Minister, Christiane Taubira, as their favourite candidate to represent the French left in presidential elections in April. The consultation was an attempt to unify the left, but some of the politicians who were listed had distanced themselves from the exercise before the vote, saying they wouldn't heed the result. Egypt and Senegal are through to the semi-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations football tournament after winning their respective quarter-finals. Egypt's quarter-final match against Morocco finished 2-1 after extra time. Egypt will meet the competition hosts Cameroon in the last 4. In the later match on Sunday, Senegal beat Equatorial Guinea 3-1 and will take on the surprise semi-finalists Burkina Faso. BBC News.